It is February 19th, 2015. We're here at 3014 Fried Avenue in San Diego, California, 92122. We're going to inspect the main sewer line. We're here in the backyard of the property, and there is a cast iron sewer cleanout that leads directly into the beginning of the sewer line system off the master bathroom toilet. This is a cast iron sewer main. A little bit of deposits here on the bottom sides of the pipe. So you can see we have a little water trail on the bottom, and to the left and right we have a little bit of buildup here. So you can see this little channel that's kind of burrowed through in between that buildup. So with the ultra low flow toilets that we've now had to switch to in California, the lack of water really holds the paper and feces up and doesn't allow it to drain out very well. And when it catches these little grooves on all this buildup, things bind and collect with the lack of water to really help push it through there. So sometimes this will need to be hydrojetted in the future, possibly, if you get some stoppages, because this buildup, again, can kind of hold debris up from being drained out all the way out to the city line, which is quite a long distance away. So just this continuous buildup we see here on the bottom sides of the pipe still. Relatively heavy throughout, so we would definitely recommend a hydrojetting needs to be done on this line to clean this up. See the really deep valley here. It's really going to hold debris up. And that's why we've got these little pockets and pools of water you see, because essentially there's miniature dams that have been created by this debris. And even though the pipe, when it was installed, may have had all proper downhill slope that's required of a 1/4 inch of fall per foot, this buildup essentially holds the water in place like a little pool, and that will do the same thing with debris over time. Okay, we're making a turn here on the system. So again, same thing, just large amounts of buildup here, little mounds that we're having to traverse over. Okay, here we come to a transition to ABS pipe, and this was done incorrectly. We have the pipe is completely offset, so you can see that the two pipes do not align properly. the ABS pipe is much lower. We're actually seeing the diameter wall thickness of the pipe on the top there and the sides because it's completely misaligned, whoever put this in. So now we're actually jumping down into a lower area, which is holding all this water, because as you can see farther ahead, the cast iron is at the same consistent height that where they had cut it, and so now the ABS, we're now exiting and entering back into the cast iron. The cast iron is higher, and that's creating a big lip and a big dam that will hold up debris and then this whole lake of water. So this is in the front yard. Where there's a clean out piece. So we can see we actually just hit the wall of the cast iron with our camera head here. It's such a bad offset. So we're going to have to go ahead and pause the recording and pull our camera back and try to get through this turn from the clean out axis that this ABS is actually attached to try to make this turn on this badly offset pipe here. Okay, we've been able to take our camera and essentially jump over that bad connection from this ABS to cast iron connection. So right now we're in the horizontal cast iron just after the plastic ABS, and as we run across for just a few more feet from this junction that they added, and they added this for a new bathroom that they added, redid off the front family room area. Now, what we're coming to right here is the property line clean out. So again, just several feet past the clean out that they had added, which they did for their T-junction. This is the original property line clean out, a foot or two in front of the city sidewalk, which then makes a complete 90-degree turn. So this horizontal pipe becomes vertical. Now, unfortunately, this fitting that was used on here is called a Santee, and this makes a very hard 90-degree turn, and then it immediately makes another hard 90-degree turn at the bottom to then become horizontal again, to then run out to the street. Unfortunately, we've tried everything we can to try to get our cameras beyond this point, but this succession of, we essentially are trying to go through 3 90s in a row, from the clean out and then the 2 after, especially the property T is such a hard 90, we cannot get our push rods to go farther beyond here. So we cannot inspect the last 28 to 30 feet of horizontal pipe, which is from this property clean out to the middle of the street where it empties into the city sewer. So this T-junction that we're looking at right here, so you can see we actually just hit the wall, that's that hard 90. That is actually a T-fitting, and it goes up vertically from where they originally had done the original test from when they built the line, and they just never brought it to the surface, the vertical pipe, for an access. So we're going to back up out of this line, and so you can see we're already in the ABS little pocket pool of water, just a few feet away barely. And then we're going to go ahead and come up out of this clean out. Wipe our camera head off here. So this is the clean out here in the front yard. And this clean out does not have the proper cap or lid on the top here. They have just a test plug that they had inserted into the top of this pipe. That is not code. Simply an FIP adapter needs to be glued onto this pipe with a threaded plug. All sewer cleanouts are required to have threaded plugs to seal them off. So again, this 3-inch ABS cleanout was added because as we come back down the pipe, I'm just going to show this on the video. I apologize, our water keeps getting in the way of the draining down our camera spring. We apologize. As we come down this vertical pipe, you can see right here, that is another T-junction, and that's the ABS line that they added for this other bathroom that was put in here off this front family area. And then again, as we go down, this is leading to the horizontal junction, which was improperly installed and needs to be redone. So when this junction is redone, then since it's just a couple feet away barely, the property line cleanout could be tied back in properly off of this, since the pipe's going to have to be recut and redone. And then that property line cleanout can additionally be brought to surface, or at least inspected at that time for the rest of the line out to the street. Now, the only good news that we've noted from looking around here at the property is that this 3-inch cleanout, although we don't know when it was installed and if anybody's been living here, we don't see any chew marks or wear indicators on the rim of the pipe that somebody's had to snake and clear this line. So we hope that there's no problems from this point out to the street. But again, without checking in with the camera, we have no way of knowing for sure, and we cannot do that until this other pipe is dug up and repaired. And then when the cleanout is exposed at that time, then the rest of it can be viewed with the camera. Because if this bathroom and this line was put in for part of the resale, then it's not been under use, and that's why there would be no reason for this to have been snaked yet. So we can't guarantee that the rest of the line is not needing any type of repairs until the rest of this is looked at. So that concludes this recording.